are lining up our platforms. So we are just igniting and aligning. So there we go. We are live. And we are live. Welcome, beloveds. Welcome. We are streaming on 2 platforms. I am so honored to be here. Let's take a breath. Technology. And so if you are, hello, Capachuca, welcome, beloveds. And we are here today on this incredible masterclass. This is Be the New Light, the 60 Masterclass Experience. And so important that we are live because this next level is here, this new light that is activated and is opening and it is accelerating and it has shifted everything. It's quantum leaped to the new earth has just quantum leaped a million times, but this is that next level. So I just wanted to come on live to really let's talk about this and let's open this up. I am Jennifer Shira. I am the founder of Light Priestess Temple, global brand and community. And I lead women to activate their highest soul calling, mission, movement with confidence, power, and to fulfill why you came here. And this is that next level, welcoming Light Body Yoga, joining us from Instagram, so Facebook. So beloveds, please share in the comments. I'm going to be refreshing our Facebook and welcoming you in. We are live, so please post your comments. We're going to be checking this. And if you have questions about what's been happening, have you been feeling the intensity, the acceleration, the doors opening, doors closing, new doors created, circling, shifting, this luminosity, this spherical energy that is not linear. And this is this new frequency that opened, this gridding, this light, this new consciousness. And so today I invite us to just breathe together to open this space today and just take a breath with an inhale and an exhale, just aligning with our frequency with the sisters who are here live and in replay. And I love feedback. I love seeing in the chat what has landed, what is opening within you. And so please post in the chat your questions, an aha moment, something that you're like, yes, me too, so that we can really align this for exactly who is the constellation we have here live and our beloveds that are coming in replay. Welcoming Essence Within, 111111, Madalena, welcome. Enchanted Egypt, welcome. And our beloveds on Facebook, please say hello. And so we can connect and we can step into this next level that's opening. And I'll be sharing today about how you can activate your next level in this new 60 light architecture, your calling, your mission, your deepest soul call, where your soul-led wisdoms within you become your lived leadership, and how everything has shifted and how really this is the future that's here. And we thought we knew what New Earth was, but I'm going to be sharing how it is went into hyperspeed and it is not what we knew as of 14 days ago, and how it's really, really ignited and accelerated, and how it's affecting our body vessels and how it's affecting us and our relationships, and the polarization of high frequency of light and how does humanity react to that? How do we lead in that? How do we create our dreams, our goals, our passions in something that is brand new that we have never experienced before and our bodies are integrating right now? And And I'll also be sharing about a sacred access special entry to our upcoming luminary, I'll be sharing about how I went from only offering $33 light code activations when I started in Bali to creating a global brand that has activated over 7,150 worldwide and has created abundance where I can live where I want to live on the planet. I am moving literally in 48 hours to Tulum. If you could see the background to my left, it'd be a lot of boxes. So, and normally I have an ankh and a pyramid in the cabinet right there, but they are packed away. So, if anyone have you ever moved to like that next level place and it's just like complete restart packing, and it's a it's actually really aligned with just everything, like new 60 architecture stepped in, aligned and gridded. And now I'm moving to a new part of the planet to grid and to live to I'm permanently. I've been traveling the planet for 10 years. How many of you have been called to different vortexes on the planet or sacred sites or lands or cities, and you're gridding because we're all being positioned to grid at different times, different places. And I'll be sharing about what's opening now in this new golden civilization that has just ignited. And how many of you are ready for this new era, new light, new frequency, and being this new light? Yeah, please raise your hand. Please step in. And Barbara, hello from Switzerland. Jacqueline, ceremonial portal. Blessings, beloveds. And please chat. Let's keep connected so we can really open this together. Light body, not linear at all. There are very powerful earth energies spiraling up into us from all the solar light, just been grounding and gridding into my light body and heart. So activating. Thank you for sharing. That is it's like such a beautiful way to say it, because it is the spiraling and the spiral that, like, even when I would download and then it becomes something I share a lot of times, and sometimes it doesn't. It goes right into kind of a linear pathway. And now it comes in and then you share it and then, oh, that door closed. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a new one. It's over here now. It's like, so it is really a deep surrender right now. Have you been feeling have you been feeling the intensity or the new downloads just overflowing your channel, and new timelines or new future timelines are coming in? And at the same time, it's like some relationships might be crumbling, or you look at the outer world and it's collapsing, and there's some struggle happening right now because it's all new. And if you aren't aligned in this new light, it is going to be rocky. If there's resistance to who you're meant to be, your truth, your light, a purity, the 60, I'm going to be talking about what the 60 light is. And how do you rise from today, from being a 3D guide or a 3D woman and walking this planet into a 60 light leader? Because that is what is being asked. If you are a healer, you're a coach, you're a mentor, you're a light worker, you're a way shower, and you have special gifts, and there's a part of you that isn't quite online yet, like it's in the closet a little bit, or you're not quite sure, that book that's still in your desk drawer, or that course that's halfway completed in your laptop, or that calling in your heart from the goddess, and you're just like, I know, but I don't know that I'm ready. That full part of you is being asked now to come forward. And that is because together we can change this world, because we become the new prevailing frequency is the higher light right now. I know you might be thinking that's not true. Look at outside. That's because when you're in resistance to it, it is a rocky path, because you're in resistance to what is. And so how many of you have noticed that in your life? When you're in resistance to what is, it can be challenging. It can be doors closing. It can be where you aren't feeling that peaceful calmness in your body. But I invite you to just open into this possibility of what if you are being called to lead in a bigger way and to share your gifts and to be this new light. And what you're feeling isn't confusion. It's a new level of you, a new level of light arriving faster than your old life, your old framework, your old nervous system capacity could hold. And so that's why the expansion of your light body, of your framework, of your electrical system, which is your nervous system, is so important now. That is the bridge from taking you from 3D, 4D up to 60. And 60 is a whole nother level. It's not a free pass. It's not like, yeah, just everybody can move up. There's a purity to it. And the November, December timelines that you might have brought in and you felt, they kind of wiped out in January unless it's fully in alignment with the new Earth's destiny and your highest timeline. So just feel into that. So how many are just feeling the shift, this change? Please post. Constance, lots of big, brave leaps over and over. Yeah, it's not just a one-time leap, is it? It's Kappa Chuga. Yes, exactly. Yes. So, and what are you feeling right now? Please post in the chat. What's opening within you? Are you feeling this intense overwhelm and then excitement at the same time? I know when things started really downloading in, I felt just this newness come in last year, all these new ideas, new energies, things I surrendered everything up to the divine as the divine source that is working through me. I call it thy will be done. I just release it all. And the miracles and the bigness of what came in was nothing my mind could have ever created. And it's just, this is this next level that's coming in. And let's talk about, when did this all ignite? So we're just going to have a little pathway to kind of walk you through. If you haven't been walking with us, how many of you are new? And if you're new, please say hello. And so we can say hello and celebrate you. And so this all began, this next level that literally ignited the 6-dimensional consciousness and field that really came in. We were in our goddess leadership immersion in our Equinox ceremony, which was the new golden civilization. And I don't always receive everything up front. And we ignited the new golden civilization and we gridded it. And that was placed in, and from the 4th human incarnation, which was 150,000 years ago, we are in the 5th. Each incarnation has blown up. And so they took the best from the 4th and now brought it into the 5th, which we're doing a new way where we're ascending in our bodies and stepping into this higher level. And it can be crunchy in the body because the body is it's mass, it's bones, it's skin, it's density. And we're moving from carbon through crystalline to golden. We're now in the crystalline to golden phase. And there is a big timeline split that's happening in May. And it's not that there's a separation. It's just that there's beloveds that are choosing one way and there's beloveds that are choosing another. And there's going to be a bigger cavern in between. And you already see it. When I even see anything of the news, I just don't relate to it because it's a whole nother energy stream, isn't it? And so for us to lead in this new era and our light to change the world is by sharing your fullness, your capacity, your truth, not a little bit of it, not diluted, but the full breadth of your talent, gifts, and wisdoms. And that is being asked right now, so we can open this new golden age. So when we activated and gridded the new golden civilization, now we're in the 5th dimensional, we're in the 5th human incarnation, and that gridded in the Caribbean area. It was a different land masses in the 4th human incarnation, but this golden civilization is larger than the Caribbean. And what's so interesting, ironic, I don't know if it's the right word, but what's so interesting is my dear friend, soul sister Fazia from the UK, she purchased land on the west side of Mexico and said, oh, yes, it's a golden realm that I've been shown, that I am guardian, I am living on. And I was like, oh, now I understand why I went to Tulum for the very first time, looked at a house that I'd been emailed homes, and I looked at the one I loved, and it was more beautiful in person. I purchased it. I made an offer. It was accepted, and I've been in escrow for a long time. It's kind of the marathon escrow in Mexico. It's a very long, winding process. And it is ending in a few days. And I am now living in Tulum. That's where I'll live. And I just saw it right in that second she said that. I saw the concentric circles surrounding this golden civilization even before we gridded it. And that I am being positioned. We're all being positioned. Many of my sisters are moving from one place to another. And I've noticed they're all closer to this golden civilization. And so this is the next level that is opening. It's in its gridding integration right now. And then on March 30th, we anchored the 60 Human of Light. And I call this the Light Leader. And this is the new human architecture anchored. And this created a quantum leap of what's available now. And it's all integrating. I was so tired this weekend. It was this like ascension fatigue. And it's affecting this up level is affecting the planet. And this 60 light is so high, it's very polarizing. And I've really been seeing some volatility in some of the people I've been dealing with. I've seen it in me, been very emotional. I cry a lot every day now. I didn't cry this morning, but I have been crying in the mornings. And like on my walks to the water, when I do my blessings, I have been crying. and I just be with it. Have you been more emotional? Have you been feeling this energy and as it moves through you? And welcome, Alexandra. Yeah, our Facebook beloveds. I would love to hear what is moving through you and if you've been feeling this too. And this new opening is bringing so much. So it's bringing up the shadows and the unhealed karmic wounds and the priestess wounds and the blocks that 2 years ago you never would have felt. You could have just like the tide was in. Well, now the tide's gone out and it's kind of like we're standing there, and all as we move into a new dimension, new layers are revealed. Like, I healed that. I've done so much work around my adoption or my mother. I've done so much work around it. And then why is it back? It's because it's a new layer. It's a higher frequency layer, and it comes up immediately now. It's so accelerated. And so this is that next level of light that is calling in the 60 consciousness, that is such a purity, such a divine God frequency, that it is like pointing out whatever isn't. And so I just invite you to even just look within, because everything today is a living 60 activation field. Everything we're talking about, everything that is being said, the frequency and the intention here is truly to up level that next frequency within you, within us, so that we can deepen into who we truly are and raise into why we came here. Because a lot of us are not living exactly the light, the world changing gifts that you have are not being shared fully in this world. The people that are praying for you, what you share in the world, your gifts, your wisdoms, your sacred work. And it's time to really be seen and to really be heard, so that you can truly impact and create legacy and change this world. Because together, only together do we change this world. And only together, as I've always said, only together do the highest codes come in. When we gather together, the highest codes can come in, because they see that we get along, we're working together. And this is how we're going to build this new 60 golden earth, is by together. Like I said, I download on my own. I do, but I've been sharing that too. It's going to become passe, like, oh, you still download on your own? It's going to be councils. How many of you work with councils of light or bodies of angels or guides that are all in unison? It's because the higher realm, many work in councils of 9 or 16 or 144. And this is how, when you work in this consciousness, in this united frequency, this is the future. And this is that 60 energy. And what you thought the new earth was has quantum leaped when we gridded that in Equinox, and all the other light workers that are doing this work too. Kappa Chuga, how are you all anchoring and grounding this newness in? Great question. This is what we're going to be just diving into right now. We're going to be really stepping into a couple key codes to truly walking in this. It's brand new, and without the resistance, without the like, what's going on? And I don't understand. And it's not the confusion. It's that you're integrating something brand new. And I just invite you to just take a breath and just feel into what your body is experiencing and how it might not feel safe, because the only way you expand is when you feel safe. And on the divine feminine, the only way she opens is when she feels safe and she feels that she's loved. And when you're in union with a beloved, your womb only opens when you feel safe and you feel loved. It doesn't open just because you tell it so. So I'm speaking words, but there's a frequency behind it of activating this peace, calm, and harmony within you, because the light, it can integrate even more complete and more effortless, because this is moving into not striving and working and overgiving like the exhaustion performance loops of the old era system. This is about letting the world reorganize around you, because you're holding your truth, your frequency, your energy. It's all frequency in this new era. And the 60 light, what is it? First of all, it's a no, it's not a free pass. You can't manipulate with manifestation, like play with a baby and get in a good frequency and then you can call it in. That works right now. You can, I get in, like just think of a gratitude thought. And if it's coming from, I want to get something, just feel that I get energy versus I want to serve. I want to receive. I want to help. So when you're in those frequencies with what you are igniting within you, there's a purity to it. Do you feel that? I want to get some new clients. I want to serve some new clients. So it's first 60 is not a free pass. You can move up. Any human with the right opening of the heart and clearing and doing and walking their path can move into 5-dimensional reality. The 6-dimensional reality is a truth serum. It's an encoded source, the future of New Earth, and to lead and walk in the 60 to 12D. The 60 to 12D are really connected. To walk in those higher 6-dimensional realms requires a new way of creating, of leading and sharing your work, of being in your truth, held within, and this light is held within the spaces within your body, not in DNA. DNA is a patch job. As you know, it was co-created with some higher beings, and it was made to be a slave race, so that you could mine gold for them. So that's why so many humans just believe what they see in the newspaper. Like my family with COVID, we would be walking on the beach and they had their masks on in the beach, 2 feet apart, driving in their car by themselves with the mask on. I just makes no sense to me. I was a mask rebel. How many mask rebels? I had the dirtiest mask in my bag, really just for the airport, because you had to have one in the airport, because I traveled and I gathered. I didn't stop. I was busier in COVID than that's when I was starting sharing my work. And that's this next level. And it's the light codes are held within the spaces of your body. And we're 99% space. So is the galaxy. And so as above, so below. And so this light is in the spaces held within you. And so this new template of consciousness, this 60 activation field, begins within you, within us. It's not more manifestation. It's not law of attraction. It's not more effort. 60 is a purity and a truth and a coherence, embodied alignment. And right now out there's a big trust deficit with what people offer in a YouTube video. And is it true what they're saying? I'm channeling this. This is where we're going as a species. This is Archangel says this, or the channeling, the transmissions, or come into my training, you'll get this, this, and this. And you're like, I've done that before. I've done all of those courses and trainings, and I didn't quite see that. I didn't feel that. I didn't really receive what I thought I was getting. And so there's a trust deficit, because everyone is sharing right now. Everyone is channeling, transmissions, coaches. It's at a high level. And when we move, and so it's like, what's true? What's AI? I see videos. I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful. And I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's AI. Because I know her, and she doesn't live in where those trees are. Like, it's like palm trees. I know she lives in Boston. Oh, that's an AI video. I'm a little slow. I'm like, oh, she's not in the palm trees. She's okay. So that she created that in AI. Okay. What's real? We're all trying to guess, right? So as we move into the 60, AI is here to stay. But as we move into the 6-dimensional realm, the wheat and the shaft are going to be separating. Those that aren't in that purity of their message, what they're initiated to share and speak, and truth and their intention, they won't be magnetizing. It could be people that are incredibly famous right now, or the people that are leading right now. They were to lead the Piscean age, which we're in the last year of the buffer era of the Piscean Aquarian age buffer that ends this year. And then the Aquarian age starts in 2030. So we have another 4 years, and then the next highest level starts in 2050. And so this is that buffer period where it's just kind of like Wild West right now. Are you feeling that? So as we open to this next level, the wheat and the shaft are going to separate, and there's going to be a purity to who you listen to. You're going to have a higher discernment. I see that starting already now. And I welcome Feather, welcome Temple Codes, light body, breathing the light, moving it through you, full aura bubble. Yes. And so what are you feeling right now? Have you been feeling the overwhelm, ascension fatigue, deep tiredness, floods of downloads, new future timelines coming in, and then one's just collapsing immediately? The November, December timelines did wipe out if they weren't in alignment. So it's all brand new. So if you had offerings or you had a pathway, and then like, what happened? Like, this was all going forward. So much like opened and then shifted for me in January, February. It's like, wait, where'd that go? And then something over here is consistent and is aligned. I'm like, and that's what you have to look at, what's aligned in your life right now, and how to move in this new frequency. And this is no longer about doing more healing. It's about becoming the woman you truly are, with the capacity to expand, hold, and lead and embody the new light. And this is the future of New Earth. And it is here now. And if you want to lead a year, 2 years, 5 years from now, and I'm going to talk about what's needed, because consciousness and humanity is truly circling old karmic patterns right now. Have you been noticing that? They aren't really ready to step into anything new. And that's why your leadership is so crucial right now. What you share and what you are here to speak to, and your voice and your heart and your womb, all connected. Your wisdoms that are led and your lived embodied leadership is what will change and shift this world. And without it, humanity will still keep circling, because they don't know the truth anymore, because they need your light. And so I want to just step into some of the key codes to walking in this new era. And number one is the 6T channel. This is where you lead from embodiment, not effort. So this is about being in your body, being in the body, but not of the body. So this is where you don't get locked into the body, but where you live from your truth, that your gut feeling, I call it the GPS. When you know something, like in your body, like someone invites you to a party and you go, I really shouldn't go. I need to really be quiet tonight. I need to kind of do my reading, or I need to rest. But you're like, oh, you feel obligated. And so you go, and it's a loud party and you're exhausted, and you wake up the next day and just your head is pounding. You're like, oh, my body knew. And so this is that intuition, but it's a next level of intuition where you guide in all of your life. When you have the soul call to move to a foreign country and uproot your entire life, when you have built this muscle of your intuition, you can do the bigger decisions, the bigger choices, the life-changing decisions that then you do effortlessly, because you have built this. And then you step into that 6D channel within you. You open and you access your higher guides, wisdoms, and initiated knowledge that's held in your light codes. Like right now, we're in a high activated container of light. And this is one of the 4 pathways in Light Priestess Temple, is to have a lifestyle of high activated containers of light, where you walk with light-minded, high level individuals, way showers, warrioresses, creators of new earth, and where you ignite and are supported and met at your high level, so that you can amplify and rise even higher with the law of the mastermind. When 2 or more are gathered, we amplify to the 10th power. And so what you receive today is amplified by all the beloveds that are here. So the more we gather together, the bigger our numbers, the more we amplify, the more you amplify from embodiment, not striving, not effort. And then the radiance code, your presence becomes demand. You cannot fake your radiance. If you're worrying about something and you're like, or you have an offer and you want no more attendance, or you want to create a bigger impact, and you're like, kind of worried, or you're wondering why it's not happening, or you're doubting, or the collapse, like, oh, this isn't for me. Oh, I didn't get the number of people that I would like. Your auric field, your presence, your frequency is felt by the room. And so if you want to shift and open that next level, your presence, your frequency, that inner light architecture that we grid and activate in Light Priestess Temple creates that within you, so that you then become the sought after category of one, in demand, where that your presence ignites the room, ignites the world, and people just want to be in your space. People do things because of how they feel, not because it makes sense linearly or financially or physically. Leaders move people, and you move people by how they feel. And your radiance and your frequency, especially as a woman, the masculine is attracted to your light. He craves your light. Your light, when it is bright and it is radiant and is flowing and gushing, how is your love life? How is your relationships? And when it's like, I'm busy. Like, I can't talk to you right now. How is your relationships? Like, where is the light? And so this is that internal inner light architecture of having that spiritual frequency running through you, not just in meditation time, but your entire day becomes a living prayer and changes this world in every room you walk into. You shift it with your presence. And then the resource code, you hold visibility, wealth, and leadership with sustained consistency with your energetic system, your nervous system resonance. That is the bridge from your chakras out through your body. That is the bridge between the 3D to the 4D, from the 4D to the 5D, and the 5D to the 6D. And the 6D is this new light frequency where it's not just manifestations dropping in. It's like your life becomes a living architecture of consciousness where you shift and you bring in ways of being and a life and opportunities and experiences that aren't at your past, because the mind can only bring in the past. And so as you drop into your heart, I just invite you to drop into your heart and your body and just feel this frequency. And then as we open this golden heart light, sending that out in through the cells of your body, opening up, because the 6D light is here. It gridded on Equinox and March 30th. And so as it's integrating, just feel this frequency rising through you, this joy, this freedom, this bliss, this truth, the sovereign truth of who you are. This isn't something that I can tell you. This is something you feel, you embody, you create, you ignite within you, and you create the golden age within your life that then creates this new earth. It's the 6D is such a higher light now that it is creating instant shifts and changes that can be a little bumpy and a little rocky. And it can look like volatility in your relationships. It can look like people surface, their dark shadows are surfacing before your eyes, something that you need to feedback with someone, give them feedback, and they absolutely kind of go nuclear. And it's like, whoa, what happened? Because the light is so strong now that pain and that trauma and that priestess wound they held is amplified. And so it's just giving them grace, like, oh, okay, something that hasn't been healed. It's just coming out a little stronger. How many have been feeling this? Anything in your relationships or in your own life where it's just a little bit of volatility that is igniting? Yeah, please share. I want to hear because I've seen it in my relationships. I've seen it in my own life. I talked about I've been crying. I've also been really feeling a roller coaster a little bit of the tiredness and then the full excitement of all that's been downloading in. And then like it's so much that it sometimes can create this kind of like this rubber band effect. Like you get stretch, 60, 60. Oh my gosh, it's so incredible. And then choom. And I feel like we're kind of going through that, the contractions of birth, that expansion, contraction, and that is how you birth. And we're birthing right now. You're birthing right now. And then the next code is the abundance leadership code. Your gifts become a clear, aligned, signature, scalable brand and pathway so that authority creating offer so that you're seen as the authority that you are. And so you can truly shift this planet because more people come in because of your presence, your frequency, your energetics. And then you have this incredible life changing pathway that is easy to step into, that is completely accessible, and that isn't scattered and isn't overgiving and isn't just one-on-one sessions or uh, you're the only one that creates income in your business and you're holding it all and you do everything and you haven't even, you maybe hired a VA or you have a subpar. One of my coaches said subpar VA. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a subpar VA because I did at the time. I was literally doing her job for her. And I was like, okay, that's exhaustion performance, old era system right there. And so I really had to look at that. And that wasn't my highest gifts. And so the number one thing is to clear what is still cycling at the root. And I know we have some sisters here. We just did some really beautiful clearing at the root transmissions and sessions this week with clients and just shifting things from 60,000 years ago, from this lifetime, doing 3 roots, traumas and priestess wounds that had been running a life to clearing it permanently. And this is what humanity is circling. Then the new template that is coming in and is here now is the new consciousness. And there is a template that will only birth through you. And this consciousness there is a stuckness right now to humanity because they're still circling the past and the future's already here. And that's why the leadership is so important. And your gifts, I can't say it enough how important your unique gifts are to this whole diamond of new earth being created. The only way it will fully become this new golden civilization that we see, we envision, we can see it, feel it, know it, and walk in it, but not fully, because it's not fully fleshed out yet until humanity is ready, until it has the right leadership. So humanity can find their way home. They need to be led right now. And so this is karmic patterns, priestess wounds, money distortions, old identity loops, because the 6D light is so high, it is polarizing. Whatever is not clear will rise fast. Ducklin, all my cards say I'm on the precipice and no action feels aligned yet. I have no idea how to step into my role as a spiritual leader. Everything feels so karmic and chaotic, but still always the call. Oh, sister. Oh my gosh, I can just feel that. And that is where really great mentorship comes in, because it's all right there. And it's just clearing out some of the blocks, because we have been invisible as priestesses and leaders and divine feminine creatrixes. We have been invisible because it was safer. And so a lot of us, we have it and we don't know exactly how to share it because we haven't ever felt safe and we haven't ever had the right pathway to share our work and to lead. And so that is so beautiful. And thank you for sharing. Aliyah, Jennifer, I had the epiphany that started with your lovely golden light meditation from Easter. Ah, thank you. And so number 2 is follow only what is pure, only what lights you up, only what feels that super clean energy, not the manipulation, not the striving, not the forcing. So right now, people can still manipulate to create wealth, like, the billionaire who's just, mining the world for minerals and resources for his own good, and, has horrible relationships with his children, drinks excessively, not happy, but incredibly wealthy. You can do that still on this planet. but to do both, to be in your light, to be in your radiance, to be in your joy, and create a brand that can shift this planet and to access your highest oracle and priestess and psychic channels and wisdoms opens in this new 6D as a 6D light leader. And this is when you follow that pure bliss, like the sister sharing how she can feel it all, the leadership, everything. And it's just, she just like doesn't have that clarity. This is what the discernment of first being in a community that can help you and support you, and mentorship, being in activated containers of light, also going to sacred sites, because you get instant clarity when you walk in a temple or a pyramid that you've been called to go to. And these are the 4 pathways to activating your light: are be in high activated containers of light, not once, not twice, but as a lifestyle. Have mentorship, someone who's been there before and can collapse the time for you to access your next level and why you came here. And third is to walk on sacred sites, walk on sacred land, go to those places like Egypt or Peru or Hawaii that are calling you because you've left codes for yourself. And when you walk in that temple, you activate immediately. And then fourth is community. Be with like-minded community that supports you, understands you, meets you at your high level, other creators of this new earth. So you can collab, you can create, you can co-create, and then you create new income streams, you create lifelong friends. This is what happens in Light Priestess Temple. Sisters show me pictures like, we met in Luminary and now we've met each other for the first time in Sedona and we're having lunch, and they sent me the picture. And I remember that was Lauren Kimberly Moore and Deborah, and they sent me the picture of them having lunch, and it's like, oh, because you fall in love when you meet your soul tribe. And this is what happens in Light Priestess Temple. And when we were in Bali, we had our coronation for Luminary last year, and we activated the new earth codes into the waters of Mama Bali and for the oceans and for humanity. And then I said, what was the number one? So many luminary sisters, that was our coronation, because you have a coronation in luminary. And that was our coronation pilgrimage retreat that they wanted to attend. And I said, what's the number one thing that you received from luminary? And she's like, besides the transformations, which I kind of thought, oh, the activations, I have this pathway now for my work. She's like, it was the bonds I made with the sisters in luminary. And I was like, oh, and they all traveled to come see each other and in Bali. And it was so powerful when you meet sisters that really meet you and light you up. And you don't have to be somebody who you're not. You can be your unicorn self. All of us unicorns together in one room. You can just be yourself and you become the standard. You're not sticking out. You don't have to explain, what do you do? Oh, I'm a psychic channel. Oh, what's that? And you're just like, okay, I've got to explain what a psychic channel is. And, they're like, oh, that's really interesting. They're so don't understand it and they're not interested. And they're like, oh yeah. And you're like, how many of those have you had? Oh, a psychic channel. Okay. So you start watering it down to, oh, I help empower women. Oh, okay. They understand that. That's good. And that's like 2% of what you do. And this is what you learn in the branding. We create branding messaging and create that next level, and following what lights you up. And no more borrowed templates is another. Discernment sharpens your in the 6D, and you coaches like, come and receive my template. This works for everybody. It doesn't in the future. That's an old era system. That is going outside of yourself to take someone else's words and frequency and make it your own. How many of you like the templates? Like, oh, no wonder I wasn't attracted to the templates. I know I've had those templates before, and then I use some of them. I shift them around, and they still are weird. And I'm like, it didn't work for me. And so you're like, I wanted something new. I know I'm made for so much more, and there's got to be a new way, and there is. It's a new rhythm, a new leadership field, a new brand model, a new system is opening. This new era is opening this new leadership, this new frequency. And so with this 6D is clear what you've been circling at the root, clear it at the root, follow only what lights you up and what's pure and what ignites you and what you know is true. And don't and not looking outside of yourself for validation or approval or templates. It's like that looking outside. Sometimes we're like, oh, look at that over there. Look what she's doing. That's so amazing. And it is amazing. But what you have is so amazing too. And so finding a mentor, finding a community where you can amplify your uniqueness so you can stand out as the authority category of one, not a copy of a coach you're working with or someone that you're watching or following on Instagram. That's the old era. This is about you and your truths, your wisdoms, not needing to be confused anymore, like the sister who shared, but knowing your truth, because you're in a community that is going to rise and elevate you into shifting that next level. And this is where you rise from being a 3D guide to a 6D light leader. And this is how you stop touching your next level in only moments and have consistent, sustained abundance, power, and confidence, resourced. The 6th-dimensional realm is you're so resourced. You're so in your pleasure and your joy and your bliss. Your work and your life and your abundance flows out of you and is then mirrored back to you as wealth in your bank account, as global stages calling you, as your dream audience expanding at record speed, because you're the frequency they've been looking for. And you are the message that is changing this world because you're standing in your truth, your unhinged truth sometimes, because we're unhinged. Like I've been crying a lot over the last 2 weeks. And I just like, oh, I'm crying. Yep, this is moving through me. Oh, and then I work with it. I sit with myself. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, can I cry? Let's do that maybe a little later. I have more time. And it's because the frequencies are moving so fast. And why your gifts, your full gifts, are so needed right now at the highest level, your highest timeline embodied. More than ever, humanity is circling patterns and not understanding that what's happening right now. And the one thing you can guarantee is that it is going to keep accelerating, keep changing, keep igniting, keep rising this frequency. And as you shed what no longer serves you, as you shed, maybe it's relationships, maybe it is a way of being, maybe it's an identity, like, oh, nothing ever works out for me identity, or, oh, yeah, that's for other people identity, or, just think of what is an identity that you're no longer willing to carry. I invite you to post that in the chat, to let that 3D identity go. And as you speak it, and as you let it go, you're igniting all the plasma invisible field around you to go create a life that is not that anymore, that then you claim what you want. I'm an abundant, wealthy light leader. I am changing this world with my unique gifts and offerings. I am calm and balanced. I am a unique emanation of God. Whatever is your I am. And that's what you say, that creates your inner light architecture. And this is that next level opening. And this is what is calling you. And as I shared about what is opening in our community and what I have been sharing and what's this new framework and this new light leader who is being asked to step forward. I used to offer only $33 light code activation sessions when I started in Bali. I was sharing my priestess lineage, and I worked only with Source and my guides and the goddesses and Isis and Hathor and Sekhmet and Mary Magdalene and the Royal Egyptian Neteru, the solar tribe of who helped create this galaxy we live in. And I would just do monthly light code activations. I charge about $33. And that's all I did. And then I'd close my Zoom and I'd come back next month and do a new one. And I had to promote and I had to create a new graphic and a new offering. And it got to be exhausting. And I went from that to creating a brand and now activating over 7,150 worldwide, creating real abundance, living where I want in the world. Just purchased my dream home in Tulum. And I'll show you how to create a global brand as a light leader and channel, and now live where you want to live, doing what you love, sharing your gifts, your work. When we fully share our power, when you fully share your power, your calling, your sacred work, you lead the world to a better place. And together we change the world. And this is where you ignite your multidimensional gifts into a clear soul-aligned brand that changes the world. Shift your frequency to be the abundant light leader that truly matches the power and wisdoms that you hold. Like the sister who shared, I have so much. I know I'm meant to lead, and I don't have it all yet. Declan, I feel unclear what I even need to let go of anymore. I already feel like so much, so little is left. That is when you tune in, and that is mentorship really helps them. Like one of my clients, we were clearing something at the root, and she's like, yeah, I wasn't able to go back that far when I tried to heal myself. And I said, I used to heal myself too. And then I stopped being able to in these higher frequencies. And she's like, you got through to such a deeper timeline. And I was like, yeah, because when you have someone else helping you who has that frequency to meet you, you can go deeper and you can shift and you can rise into a whole new timeline. A sister who walked with us in Egypt and also in our program, she's like, I came in, I got activated, and a whole new team came in for me. I up leveled my entire team, and now she went from building other people's businesses and other people's wealth into now building her own. And she's a New Earth mentor with waitlist and sold out offerings. And this is what happens with the women who step into my world, like Janar, who came in, and she gave retreats, and she loves holding spaces and giving retreats, but it was scattered and it had inconsistent income. And so she came into Luminary, and through working with her, creating a blueprint, creating this pathway and her brand, she now has her soul line brand, exquisite, impactful global retreats. And she has sold out waitlisted retreats consistently throughout the planet every year. And she is living her dream and her vision in a consistent and creating wealth and abundance that she did not have before. And that is what happens when you step into Luminary and your soul gifts and your soul wisdoms. And that's all swirling, because the feminine, we like to swirl. We're like, I don't know, I want to do this tomorrow. Oh, I'll do that next day. And that scatteredness doesn't create a consistent income for us and doesn't create a brand that changes this world. And so this is where you rise into your big soul-led mission, movement, and empire as a light leader, magnetizing your dream audience. Activate your highest oracle and feminine powers and your psychic channel. Amplify your sacred work and calling. Create a legacy and absolute global impact with your gifts and your wisdoms and why you're here. And this is a new era, and this is wide open for new leadership and your incredible light to lead this world and create such a tidal wave of tsunami of change that this world is lifted and the golden age begins. And this is Luminary, the 60 Divine Feminine Light Leader for the New Era certification activation training. And we begin next week on April 15th. We're going to be starting with a pre-training offering, which is called the Leaders Council, your Goddess Leadership Attunement, where you'll receive your Goddess mentor for Luminary. We're walking with, and you'll not just work with me, you work with the Goddess realm, you work with the Ascended Masters. They will be guiding you, igniting you, activating your highest wisdoms. And we're working with Isis and Sekhmet, Hathor, Mary Magdalene, and Lakshmi. And so you'll receive your highest goddess mentor on April 15th. And then we begin with we have 6 modules: priestess, creatrix, oracle, speaker, leader, and feminine CEO B school, where I've created an entire B school for the feminine frequency energetics of the new era. So you don't do the one-on-one sessions. You don't have to just trade your time for money in the old era exhaustion loop that doesn't support your feminine intelligence. The question isn't, are you ready for the new era? The question is, do you have the capacity to hold your next level? Because this 6D dimensional realm is a template that is birthing within you, and it needs to have that expansion of your inner light architecture that we start with in Luminary. We will begin with clearing the priestess wounds, karmic patterns that have held you back for lifetimes, and any traumas or ancestral traumas, ancestral lineage. So you'll not only open and shift your life and forever drop what you've been maybe looping, or you don't even know you're looping it, but we will go in and clear that. And it affects your family, your relationships, your community, who couldn't see you before because they're all this old era armor was blocking you, is now clear, and they can find you, and you've created a clear pathway, energetics, so that you can share your sacred work. And I invite you to step in. The link, if you're in Facebook, the link is in the caption. And if you're on Instagram, it's in my bio. And I have a special offer. So we have 2 bonuses for Luminary. We have a one-on-one session with me where we'll go in and exactly step into and open your exact guidance to what you're calling in, what you're wanting to share in your work, and your unique activation and pathway. And you also receive, I think a little drum roll is needed, our entire course vault. So the session is worth $600. Our entire course vault is worth over $3,800, where I wanted you to have every code for every part of your life. Magical Money Goddess, the New Earth Wealth Codes were given from Yeshua to Mary Magdalene and given to the planet for this new golden age to begin. Prowess, the voice codes, so you can speak in global stages. It's voice, power, and confidence activation course, where all the tools I have learned from working with the #1 speaker in the world, who every speaker has gone to. And I bring this right to you, and that's called Prowess. And then there is Illumin ones, the Magdalene Hathor Illumined Golden Activation course, where you align with the Magdalene Hathor lineage. They are the same lineage. They are the same soul family, the same soul signature. And you activate that in your life. So you are opening your highest frequency. And then we have High Priestess of the New Golden Age Initiation Activation course, our #1 course, where you activate your priestess code, your highest frequencies, with the Blue Lotus, with Isis, with Magdalene, with Sekhmet, with the angelic priestesses of the golden era, and Royal Golden Sekhem energy healing codes. It's no longer Reiki. It's no longer symbols. This is the energy that Yeshua held, and this is how he healed one. You can heal yourself, you heal one-on-one, and you can heal groups. This is how Yeshua healed groups of thousands. This is the same source frequency, and that is what is here now, and that's Royal Golden Sekhem Energy Healing Practitioner Training Course. So you get that course. We have 7 courses plus my Golden Launch Pad. So the 5-figure launch system for abundant healers, light leaders, and coaches. And so this is that next level to step in the new frameworks. Is there an option to have one or on one before committing? Absolutely. We have a 15-minute call that you can step into. It's called a Golden Luminary call, and we'll have that in the replay. So Ducklin, if you're on our mailing list, you can, or you can DM me. And so I have a special offer just for today. And we'll be sharing this if you're on our email list. And this is where you rise from a 3D guide to a 6D light leader. This is where your work, your sacred work, stops living in pieces and becomes your true embodied brand that changes this world. And if you've been circling Luminary, I've been talking about it, I've been sharing it, and I know there's a few sisters who've been circling. And if you're hearing for this for the first time, then this is a sign that you can link. You can click on the link. You can send in your application. And also in the replay, I'll be sending in a 15-minute call if you'd like to have a call and talk about it, but also the link to the Luminary site so you can read about it. You can tune in and you can receive your yes to stepping in. If you know this is your temple, I invite you to apply today to Luminary. And if you've been circling and watching and feeling the call, but not stepping in fully, I created a sacred access pathway, a private pathway. So if you want the sacred access, a special entry point for the woman who knows she belongs in the room now, but maybe something had held her back, or maybe, I don't have the money just laying around, or I'll do it later, or maybe in the future. But it's right now, because you don't want to see the women a year from now who I have as a testimony. It's like, oh my gosh, I came to Luminary. I didn't know, I wasn't sure. And now I've shifted and I am sharing my work and I have sold out events, and the women are changing with my transformational transmissions and my work that I used to just help 1 or 2, and now I'm helping thousands. One of the sisters who applied and stepped into Luminary shared on her application, if I just help one person and serve one person, I've done my work. And then the next sentence, but I know I'm meant to serve thousands. Because as women, sometimes we don't claim, like, I know I'm supposed to walk global stages. I have a empire inside of me. I have a brand that's going to change the world. And we just, I just want to help a few people. I want to be a good girl. I want to help a few people. I invite you to just let the good girl sit over here, and the world changing priestess, light leader, creator, who wants to shift this planet and open this new golden age, to step forward and to step into luminary. And if you're ready for that next level, and if you're ready to speak to thousands, and if you're ready to scale your sacred work, and if you're ready to walk global stages, inspiring others, if you're ready to walk with other inspired, devoted leaders and soul tribe and create this new world, if you're ready to create effortless, soul-aligned abundance, if you're ready to be magnetic, infinite, boundless in this new era frequency, aligned in the new wealth, if you're ready to activate your original source code so that you fulfill your mission, your movement, your empire, and you rise, if you're ready to sell out your offers and shift this planet and be the authority in your space, this is Luminary, the sixth dimensional new divine feminine for the new era. Activation, certification, training. This is where it all shifts, where you walk from being a 3D guide to a 6D light leader, sharing your work, shifting your frequency, and becoming the change that this planet needs, where you walk away from luminary, lit from within, free, in bliss, certain and aligned and confident, recalibrated to a whole new way of being. And you change the lives of everyone that you connect with. If this is a yes for you, then you are called to step into luminary. Luminary is a soul call. I can only share it. I can't make that choice for you. The choice is yours. Right now, we're at a precipice of an entirely new consciousness, not sort of, not kind of. It is shifting, and it's calling in the new leaders. It's not possibly the leaders who are the ones at the forefront right now. It's the ones who are igniting right now into their highest, fullest potential and frequency as a light leader for this new era. And if that is like, yes, in my body, then I invite you to click the link in the Facebook group. We have it in the link above. Peter, welcoming you, Peter. Barbara agreeing, so true. And the luminaries, the sisters that have already stepped in, and we're welcoming you. The sisters that are like, yes, I want to step in. I want that sisterhood. I want that frequency. I want to share my sacred work. I want a brand. I don't want a business. I don't want a business that I am hustling and I am sharing only one-on-one and I'm working like a job. Where you can live where you want to live, where you can share your sacred work, where you can fulfill why you came here, and you can create abundance that mirrors the power and the deep codes that you hold. And so I invite you into luminary, and this is the new light that is opening within you. And to be the new light, the 6D level is to walk in your truest path, clear what needs to be cleared, do what lights you up, and to walk your unique brand into this new era that will shift this planet, transform lives, and open this new golden age for all of us. And so I just got chills on my legs because I know there's women here. We have light leaders in the house. We have people from all different businesses, healers, light leaders, creators, artists, musicians, and your light is needed. But it also needs to be in a clear, aligned pathway and brand so that you can fully share your work in this new era, so that your dream client, dream audience can find you, be transformed by you, and then lead and share and help others into their highest light. And so I just am so excited as I'm on the precipice of moving to my new home temple in Tulum, as you are now on the precipice of moving into your next level with the new frameworks, the new era, and the new vision for this new earth. And I thank you so much. I've had so much fun. I love when we get to just come on live and talk and connect. And I thank you so much for sharing and And if you have, we're going to be putting in, so Declan needed to really connect and really deepen in. I first want you to deepen into yourself and your truth, and then definitely answer the 15-minute soul call, luminary call for the 15-minute call, and we can connect and deepen into the path of luminary and how that can take you to where you know you're meant to be. And as a light leader for this planet, and the divine feminine is leading this new age, the new feminine frequency energetics is gridding this golden era, and it is opening within you. You are the consciousness, you are the template, you are this new era. And so I send you so much love, and I cannot wait to walk with you in luminary, and I cannot wait to walk with you in the 60 as you grid open and we change this world together, arm in arm. Much love, sisters. I can't wait to see you in luminary. Fill out your applications, step in. Our bonuses are ending. We have a bonus that's ending on Friday to step into the priestess, the light leaders council, and receive your goddess mentor. That ends Friday night Pacific time. So get your applications in so you don't miss out, and you can join us in the pre-training and receive your goddess mentor and not need to watch it in replay. You can be there live with us and to receive that. And also receive the full entire course vault, $3,800, and the one-on-one mentorship with me. Just for registering, you receive $4,300 in bonuses. It's worth more than the training. And so we have pay plans, and we also have our secret access pathway. And so DM me, and if you'd like to step into the secret access pathway, please do. And we will see you in luminary, and I will see you in this new 60 era, this new light, this new frequency, and who we truly are and why we came here.